Wait,
I'm
wait,
not
wait.
done.
So, hello everyone, this is Group 8, and we are going to present our topic on enhancing operational efficiency through integrated simulation. So, I'm going to quickly introduce our team members. So, this is me, Shikha, and my team members are Martin and Cheryl. So, let me just start with the introduction of the project. So, the project is basically about the operational simulations game by McGraw Hill. It's like a virtual game that teaches us how to manage our production based business. It puts you into a real world situation where you have to make important decisions about things like production planning, managing employees, handling suppliers, and making financial choices. The overall goal of this game is to improve your decision making skills by combining what you have learned in theory with all the practical challenges. So there are 5 modules in this game, and we are going to talk about all these modules one by one. So I'm gonna quickly start with module one. This module is all about production process. So our main goal was to complete all the 5 contract on time while we maximize our efficiency and profitability. And to achieve this, we made a few decisions like prioritizing contracts, which contracts we have to work on first depending on all the deadlines and the material that we had. So I'm going to talk about few decisions that we made in this game and why we made those decisions. So first is like prioritizing contract. So we prioritized contract on the basis of their deadline. So we took those contract first which with the earliest deadlines, and also those contract for which we already had some material readily available. For example, if a contract required material we already had in stock, so we just started the production on it right away. This also helped us to reduce the idle time for machine and avoided waiting for shipments. So next is sequencing production. So we scheduled our production to minimize the bottleneck to at critical stages like cutting and sewing. This also ensured that all the workstations were used efficiently without overloading any specific stage. So next is resource allocation. So uh, all the machines and worker were assigned based on the complexity of tasks. So for example, all the contract with more demanding requirement were matched with the most efficient resources to finish them faster. And by making all those decisions, we got some results like we completed all the 5 contract, we achieved 100% on time delivery rate, and this also boosted our reputation rate to 285, which shows that the customer there was higher customer satisfaction, and all the machine idle times were minimized, and all the production transition were smooth because of all the strategic sequencing that we did. And based on these decisions, the financial outcome that we got is by the end of March 2024, our net worth grew to $25,000 and 450 from $8,000 584 in February. So now I'm gonna talk about module two. Module two is all about managing suppliers. So this module focused on improving the supplier management so that we can lower our cost and all the streamline operation. In this module, we use few strategies like vendor selection, just in time and lean method, so that uh, we can make our process smooth without any unnecessary expenses. So now I'm going to talk about few decisions that we made and why we made that decisions. First is vendor selection. Like we chose vendor and suppliers on the basis of price and quality and reliability. For example, Preston Premier provided khaki due to its availability and good quality. And next is reliable clothing supplied silk at very low cost, which was of a high quality also. So this strategy ensured that all the production needs were met on time. And next is just in time and lean strategy. So in this strategy, we ordered material only when it was needed. Like this also helped us to reduce all the excess inventory and storage cost. For example, in February 2024, the raw material expenses were 1600, holding all cost, and while the holding cost was just $218. This shows that using this strategy we were able to minimize all the waste. Next is balancing cost and lead time. So we carefully planned all the raw material so that we are available with the raw material before we start with the production. So by taking all these decisions we got some results like cost efficiency. These decisions help us to uh, efficiently manage all our costs, like holding and operational expenses were very low. So next is financial growth. By the end of March 2024, our net worth increased to $25,000 450, and the contract revenue was $1,700 and 900. This also help us to see that our operational success, like we used all this strategy, and using all this strategy, we were able to make sure that our production process was smooth without any delaying and additional expenses. So next, my teammate Martin is going to take over.
Okay, thank you so much, Shika. Module 3 is all about forecasting and contracting. Over here, we have an overview with the customer need and work orders. So, we just wanted to have a view of what customer is exactly looking for and how can we satisfy them. And second, reviewing the work order to identify high potential opportunities. Well, actually, it is not important the work; it is important how you give the constant of each and every product that has been manufactured, so that we get a good potential outback free. And so the third one, we also need to predict the demand. For that, we can use the trend, which gives us exactly an accurate prediction. Moving ahead, for module 4, there is HR and capacity planning. Over here, we should have a balance between training and hiring more employees, so that there is a efficiency and there is a constant flow of the work, so that employees know what exactly they are doing. Also, there should be an optimized schedule to avoid bottleneck. And also, we the best part is that we managed to make a labor cost effectively at 6,600 in March 2024. Model 5, the new branch. Well, the objectivity to reach 50,000 was a net worth, but we almost was only we cleared up till half of it, and we reached up till 25 grand. And also, we needed to have an proper integration between the HR and the production and the supply chain management for a good flow of work. So the implemented cost control and optimized operation was also well planned and also well coordinated. So the critical analysis over here, we can say there was an effective strategy released, operational objectives. 100% we were on time contract completion, and also we identify the gaps in contingency and planning in bottleneck. Also, we need to highlight the need for proactive resource upgrade. So the recommendation for supplier, we can see there's a incorporate delivery in consistency and responsive metrics. And also we need to introduce safety stock to avoid more production delays. Also the production capacity, we need to upgrade it efficiently and avoid bottleneck, and also scale up to the capacity to meet increasing demand. The next one will be taken over by Cheryl.
Okay, so to conclude here, the simulation highlighted is how important it is to make well-integrated decisions to succeed both eventually, like operationality and financially. So speaking of like smart use of just-in-time inventory, capacity planning, HR management drives, these are all happening efficiently here. So this happens by being flexible and planning also helps ahead with the tackles challenges and sustaining development growth here. Moving forward to financial outcomes. In just 1 month, we achieved significant financial milestones here. So, as shown in the slide, our net worth grew to approx 25,450.70 dollars by March 24, showing steady progress, where we did generate $1,7,900 in contract revenue in that same period, which highlighted our ability to secure valuable deals. At the same time, we carefully manage cost, including raw materials, labor, and operations to manage profitability for future needs. So by this, it demonstrates not just only strong revenue generation happens here, but also like there's an ability to control expenses and ensure financial instability. Financial stability. Moving forward to simulation analysis. Okay, so in this, as shown here below, the first and foremost, the real world alignment of operational strategies. So here it means like operational strategy should not only look good on paper usually, but also should work well in real life. So this scenario is basically plans need to be very realistic with actual business environments. Second would be cohesive decision making efficiency. So in this, it will be like somewhat, for example, teams and departments which must work together when they make decisions. When everyone is aligned together and they communicate together, things get done faster and more in an efficient way. Flexibility and foresight, critical thinking here, which is like business must adapt quick change and anticipate for better future challenges here. Flexibility allows you to prepare like for what is going to come in future and what is best for that. Like for example, you can talk about COVID scenario. So they COVID time, it was like everything was online, it was very flexible, and such shifting to online operations due to these crises which arise during COVID, and it was pretty much a scenario there. So the last and not the least, like practical learning theories, which is like learning isn't about understanding theories, it is all about applying them in your day-to-day real life scenarios and situations to solve problems and drive improvement for a better future aspect. So by this, I would like to end our presentation here. So, thank you so much.